Hello, everybody. My name is Alfonso Flores, and I'm a business administration student at NAU, and this is my video case study presentation. Oh, so I guess we don't have the cool sound effects or the animation, so it wasn't in the budget, I guess. So, our topic of focus ethics. I will be talking to you about why ethics is important to me or to my life or in my life. Um, well, ethics, I believe, is everywhere. There's a certain ethical expectation to when you go to school, when you go to work, when you find yourself in a certain situation. So, ethics has a big part in a lot of the things that we do in our daily lives. Because of it, is that it's important, and we should, pay attention or give it as much attention as we can. One of the things that I will be talking to you guys about is how ethics plays a role in a certain company. And I will be talking to you guys about Tom's Shoes. Tom's Shoes, a little bit of the history of it, was started or is still ran by Blake Makowski back in 2006. And that is when he initiated Tom. Blake Makowski was sitting down having coffee with one of her friends. And this friend was talking to them about how they needed to do a local shoe drive for children and the benefits of that. And it sparked a big idea in Blake, and then we know Tom's shoes as we know it now with the One for One shoe campaign. Uh, One of the things we're going to talk about is what are the fundamental ethical issues facing this company. What's going on with Tom's, or with Blake? We don't know. So, what is going on is that, they're not really being, pretty clear. Because, they're being ethical in some areas, and then some of them, they're not. Believe that if you're going to be ethical, you got to be ethical everywhere, or you have certain standards of being ethical. So, and you should, practice them, uniform in a uniform manner, in a very, balanced manner. What's going on with them is that Tom isn't really having any transparency with their financial statements. Yes, they are a privately held company, but still, it is something that they haven't discussed. They haven't shared any of this information with their stakeholders or anybody. And one of the most interesting things is that it has recently sold for a couple $1 million. Tom's just recently was bought by Bain Capital. Bain Capital has purchased 50% of Tom's company, and which is at estimated worth of $625 million for half. For half. So, what does that mean? That I don't know. No, that means that it's pretty successful, that it's worth a lot, and that it's doing good. One of the things that Tom's is being questioned, or some of the things that they are being challenged with, is the whole issue with, you gotta be transparent. How much does it really cost to make a shoe? Is it really helping the local communities in which Tom's is providing this help? Since because this recent merger or purchase by Bain Capital of $625 million for half of Blake's company, which is for acquiring Tom's company. What like, I hope that they're being transparent with that individual, or in that purchase. But if they're not being transparent with the current stakeholders that are running the company, or the public, because we do want to know what's going on, if this is really helping the community or not. one of the allegations is that Tom's, instead of helping, they're just kind of, just maintaining the problem there. That is what some people are saying. It's a saying that they said, yeah, if say removal Chinese states that you give a person a fish, that if you give a person a fish, that person will be fed for one day. And but if you teach a person how to fish, he or she will be fed for a lifetime. And that is what they are wanting for Tom to do. They're asking for them to partner up with local companies to teach locals how to improve their shoes or how to lower costs with shoes, so that way the community benefits not only in providing shoes but also the economical gain from it as well. But at the same time, Tom's is already doing a good thing. Yes, maybe nowadays in a modern world, maybe the concept of one-to-one isn't enough. Maybe that is something that the customers or the new market is asking for these companies to not just give back, but to also help, or support, or give that support that they're giving in a bigger scale, like for teaching, probably setting up small schools or something, teaching the local communities or those areas that are being affected, where they're helping to learn how to do certain trades, so that way they can benefit from a trade and then themselves by doing other jobs, and then providing back to the economy, and then just having a ricochet effect. But because of this, some of the resolutions that I have come up with is to look into the market that you're working in, and play by the rules, meaning what's expected to you by you as a player, and what the game is expecting. What the market is expecting. If you're going to be in a company where you're going to be charitable, then and to be charitable and to have this ethical gain from your customers, then you have to be transparent everywhere. Not just with or trying to say, hey, I'm doing this for a good cause because of the one-on-one, but I'm gonna be shady, or I'm just gonna not answer questions concerning my financial statements. We understand again the whole privately held company, but still it is something that even we read here that other stakeholders and customers are being neglected, or not, or they are not being shown this type of information. Again, not keeping an ethical standard of transparency within the company. The company was founded from some sort of ethical belief that we should help the community or be ethical in some way. Because assisting or giving back is an ethical trait, I believe. Another thing is that can't be good only one thing. Yes, and then another thing with this is that I do believe that my classmates would also agree with this. Some may not. Some may play devil's advocate. But from what I read on my discussion post here, is that we agree in what sounds to be fair. We all share certain commonalities in how we view these problems, how our responses are our solutions. We share commonalities in our solutions too, and I believe it's because of our age group in which we grew up, or just a certain exposure that we had growing up. Because of it is that I'm pretty happy that we're a group of individuals that we share these good ethical commonalities. So that way, once we go into the ethical or the real world, we are able to bring these ethics or these good traits and ethical values with us into this real world, wherever we end up. Other than that, I believe I am done with my video case study presentation. Excuse all the choppiness, but again, we did not have an assistant to be holding here the signs, so that way there's some flow. But again, I will just deal with the choppiness of all of the videos of what's in the chubbiness of in this video. But again, thank you once again, and till later. So goodbye. Thank you.